Hawthorne won't mind you taking his ship. Better you than... Gone after the bounty on my head. Shame about the whole squashing thing. Nasty way to go. Now, you've been frozen for a while. There's bound to be unforeseen side effects.
Hey, you, come here. You've tried the best now. Now try the rest. Spacer's choice. Oh, wow, that stings. Looks like the bleeding stopped. I owe you one. Hope you don't mind me omitting this little exchange for my report. Spacer's Choice doesn't like us accepting outside help. We were out on patrol. I saw a marauder camp up in the hills. Thought I could take them. Then my gun misfired. Right through my side. I mean, what are the odds of that, right? Just barely scraped by with my life. Crawled in here and blocked off the exit with those canisters. Investigating an illegally grounded ship. All spacecraft must arrive and depart from authorized landing pads. That's board law, that is. Some hull had grounded their spacecraft out in the open. That's a real good way to attract marauders. See those canisters by the entrance? Marauders come sniffing around in here, and I can take them all out with a single shot. Not bad, huh?
Hola.
Yeah, okay. You look like you know your way around a gun. Got some spare ammo, not counting the bullet in my side. Here, you can have my saber too, for patching me up and all. All Spacer's Choice weapons are now 30% less likely to malfunction. You've tried the best, now try the rest. Spacer's Choice. Yes, nailed it that time. You hit your head or something? You're in Emerald Vale. We're a Spacer's Choice community. Edgewater's a little ways down. Prettiest place in the Vale. Be sure to stop by a provisioner's for a can of our famous salt tuna. The Hope? Is that some sort of fancy new drug? Are you with Auntie Cleo or something? Don't take this the wrong way or nothing, but I'm not allowed to fraternize with Clio workers. Company policy.
Un momento. Ya, fui por agua.
Damn it, my ears! Oh, what just happened? Can you hear me? What in the... This...
Que no había otro tipo muerto. Yo estaba aquí. No estoy alguien. Por acá. No lo encuentro.
Hey! Get over here before you get yourself killed! Don't know where you came from, stranger, but you best keep your head down. There's marauders hereabouts, and worse, landing violators. Gall on that rung leech. Landing in the Vale without using an official Spacer's Choice landing pad. I'd slap him with a fine if it weren't for all these marauders shambling about. Really? How is he? Of course I am. I'm a superior officer. Stands to reason, don't it? Just you watch. I'll cross these marauders off with a swift, cost-efficient fury that's made Spacer's Choice the most trusted brand in personal defense. I just, you know, need a couple of winks to catch my breath. Stretch my legs, son. You think? Most marauders can't even talk. But criminals do attract other criminals by their own nature. You know what? You're right. It's time we cross those marauders off, find whoever owns that ship, and file a full report. Then it's gonna be fucking laminated.
Here we go.
Please be informed that this vessel contains no valuable plunder. Unauthorized access of spacefaring. Please be informed that I am authorized to use violent retribution against unwanted solicitors. Please return any misappropriated equipment and exit this vessel in an orderly fashion. Failure to do so will result in your immediate destruction. I detect an elevated heart rate, indicating dishonesty. Please prepare yourself for lethal deterrence. Jettison procedures initiated. Disengaging airlocks. Preparing to eject all boarding parties in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You are still here. My deception protocols have failed. I have been programmed to express disappointment.
¿Esta es la nave de Hawthorne?
This vessel is the registered property of Captain Alex Hawthorne. I am incapable of accepting orders from anyone other than Captain Alex Hawthorne. I deduce from the tone of your voice that Captain Hawthorne failed to meet you at the designated location. I understand. I will require some time to process this information. Thank you for your patience and for your honesty. I am programmed to take orders exclusively from Captain Hawthorne. If I accept your orders, then you must be Captain Hawthorne. Do you understand? Well done, Captain Hawthorne. I see your powers of deductive reasoning remain intact. Unfortunately, our engine is currently inoperable. Our main drive suffered a critical power failure, and we were forced to make an emergency landing. The main drive's power regulator has been irreparably damaged and must be replaced. Astutely observed. However, the probability of locating a power regulator within a worker settlement falls within acceptable parameters of certainty. High-capacity power regulators are sometimes employed in the electrical networks of worker settlements. I have taken the liberty of printing you a new Captain's Identity cartridge. Please try not to lose it this time. This cartridge identifies you, Alex Hawthorne, as the registered proprietor and captain of the Unreliable. Do you understand? Thank you. I appreciate your cooperation. Best of luck in your search for a power regulator. Try to stay alive this time. The navigation console is offline at this time, Captain. I suppose everything on the Unreliable. Belongs to you now, Captain. Help yourself. No, really.
Okay. Sí, está bien.
If your equipment is in need of repair or modification, the Crux 2000 workbench is at your disposal, Captain. Due to catastrophic power failure, all doors will remain on security lockdown.
Todo está cerrado por el
These
momento.
surveillance devices allow me to monitor you constantly.
Por la
Please
falta
ignore them.
del regulador cosa.
Say, this wouldn't happen to be your ship, would it? Because you sure walked in it like it was your ship. And if this ship is yours, well, mister, you owe Spacer's Choice a hefty fine. Afraid we gotta dock your pay. Oh, by the law. I'm so sorry. I had no idea we had an inspector coming. If you'd like to speak with my manager, I report to Constable Reyes in Edgewater. Edgewater's not too far. Just follow the road east of here, over past the cemetery. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to inspect the crime scene before I make my report.
Get them!
Siento que he perdido algo, pero va bueno.
Huh?
Un cadáver con cosas. Ah. Típicamente hay más bueyes por aquí. Residentes. ¿De dónde? Este tipo sí puede pelear. Mi pirata.
Whoa, hey, where'd you come from? Don't go ambling out in those hills. That's Marauder territory, friend. Ain't safe out here. You'd best head into town. Avail yourself of Edgewater's high walls. And low prices.
Un placer conocerte. Soy Alex Hawthorne, capitán de la Falible.
Pleased to make your acquaintanceship. I'd shake your hand, but I've been hauling corpses. You don't want none of that on you. Name's Silas. Junior in humor for the town of Edgewater. We're all part of the Spacer's Choice family.
El Enumador Junior. Inhumador Junior, un título sofisticado para un sepulturero.
Hey, I earned that fancy title. Started off a lowly junior gravesite builder, then junior interment engineer. Oh, and I was a junior burial assistant for a time.
Un junior de todo, pero eso es bastante mayor para tener cualquier cargo junior.
The rate I've been working, I'm bound to earn a promotion. Must be about 50, 60 burials away from associate in humor.
Quiero ganar algo de dinero mientras esté aquí.
Got a knack for being discreet-like? There's money to be made, long as you keep your nose clean. Edgewater is a company town, board-owned and operated. That includes the cemetery. None of us own our grave sites, we rent them from the company. Renting means money. Money means paperwork. Paperwork means signatures. Some of our families become a mite delinquent in paying their dues, you see.
¿Quieres que les cobre lo que te deben? No hay problema.
4 workers still haven't paid up. Phyllis, Conrad, Ludwig, and Martin Abernathy. He's a special case. You may want to twist his arm a little.
¿Dónde puedo encontrar a esa gente?
Conrad's got a barbershop in town. Phyllis works at the cannery most hours. Abernathy... I ain't seen him in a few days. His domicile is near the cannery. You'll find him in town. All except Ludwig, that is. He's over by the landing pad.
¿Por qué es Abernathy un caso espacial?
He just is. Look, I don't want to get into it. Just make sure he pays up.
Quería preguntarte
Yeah.
algo más. Muy mal tiene que estar el pueblo para tenerte tan ocupado.
You could look at it that way, I suppose. You could look at us and say, those Edgewater saps lost near every soul to plague. But you'd be wrong. We're survivors. Loyal company folk, brave in the wilds.
Ok. ¿No te preocupa caer enfermo?
Every now and again, a virulent plague sweeps through our town. That's life on the frontier, I suppose. A body grows accustomed.
con quién tengo que hablar para conseguir un regulador de corriente.
Definitely not the junior in humor, that's for sure. If you've got business inquiries, you should stop by Reed Thompson's office. He's up in the tower above the cannery. Head into town, follow the road.
¿Cuánto dinero tenemos? No mucho. Vamos a tener que robar. Genial.
Thank the law. I've been requisitioning backup for months. Guess the boss finally came to his senses. You ever swung a truncheon? Let me see your rifling stance. I want to make sure you're up to snuff. I'm talking about mechanical soldier. Cold, heartless automatons made of iron and lies. That's right. That's what I've been saying. We gotta square our shoulders and stand ever vigilant. Auto-mechanicals. Creatures forged in the fires of malevolence. I seen them over by the old power plant. Clattering about, firing at the birds, orchestrating their uprising. When the swarms of mechanicals come clanging on over that hill, where will you be? Cowering beneath your cot? Or standing, shoulder to shoulder with the resistance? I told Silas I'd pay my dues if he agreed to join the resistance. Guess this means he's finally heard the calling. Mechanical repellent! A stroke of inspiration from the law itself. Here, I've been saving up a couple of bits for just such a project. I've been gathering up a war chest over the years. Saw tuna cans, mostly, some Spacer's chaw, a few bit cards. I'll reward you for your aid. Enlistment fees. Yeah, I suppose. Wouldn't want to give the Resistance a bad name. They have sent a scout, prowling around the junkyard just behind our beloved town. This scout must not be permitted to return to its base of operations. Cross it off, then report back.
Nivel 6, nivel 5, nivel 3. Tú vete. Quiero robar esa munición. Creo que más tarde voy a tener que entrar aquí y robarse ese almacén. Por el momento voy a vender toda mi basura. Se va a tener que comprar un casco así. Uno así pesado está bien. Estas máquinas no tienen la armadura que quiero comprar. Y aún no tengo suficiente dinero para comprar la armadura correcta para él, así que se va a ver tonto por un momento. Sé que se ve estúpido, pero no quiero que se muera. Voy a buscar el robot más tarde, creo. Primero voy a tratar de hacer unas misiones fáciles, como juntar todo ese dinero de las personas que deben dinero al tipo que del cementerio.
sorry. I'll just be a minute.
Whatever. Make it quick, Tenderfoot. I'm busy.
Pipiolo. Tasas funerarias. Vengo a cobrarlas.
Shit. Silas still on about that. Here, take the fees. I'd appreciate it if you didn't tell Reed I was late on my payment.
Esos papeles no llevan tu firma.
Because they're not my fees and not my gravesite. Guy I worked with shot himself. I paid the bill.
Ok. Pagas las tasas funerarias de tu
If you're not
vecino.
familiar with board law, you ought to be. Law requires delinquent gravesite fees to be paid by the deceased party's closest living relative, which meant me. Shame, though. Eugene was a good worker.
Y dices que se pegó un tiro.
Woke up one morning and put a round through his upper story. Can't imagine why. The kid was doing all right at his desk. We all thought he was an upstanding receptionist. Just between the two of us, I'm pretty shocked his weapon didn't misfire. Spacer's choice handguns aren't the most reliable.
Qué raro. Seguimos robando. Anoche enterramos a Theodore. Reed me pidió que no incluyéramos su muerte en el informe trimestral. Me parece razonable. Me han pedido que prepare un mensaje o algo así para los demás trabajadores. He estado dándole vueltas. No sé qué les voy a decir. No acabéis como Theodore. Haced vuestro trabajo. No faltéis, sonreíd y disfrutáis de privilegios médicos. ¿Y si lo empiezo así? Ya. Eso. Ahora sí, mi personaje está listo. Creo que te fuiste. Ay, caramba. Fuck. Qué desastre.
The Greek monkey, Argo?
I'm sorry. Mr. Thompson, sir. You asked why it's taking so long to fix. The answer's technical.
Don't apologize. Just... Try using small words for me.
The can's bust open in the oven because she's set to cook saltuna, which isn't what we've got. Mr. Thompson? I think there's someone here to see you.
Focus. Seems we've got a guest. Really now, Parvati, I do wish you'd spoken up. I do apologize. I was given no forewarning of your arrival, or I might have welcomed you at the gates myself. I'm Reed Thompson, Outpost Administrator. I cannot help but notice you are not in uniform. Shirt, pants, work boots, company-approved colors. The, honorable apparel of a loyal worker? Of course not. I don't have that kind of luck. Seems I allowed my excitement to run away with my wits. Been a few seasons since we've had a visitor pass through.
Only regulator we got is hooked up to the town transformer. Mr. Thompson ain't liable to be keen on dismantling it.
I beg your pardon. I am most emphatically not keen on any such thing. I can't let you have our power regulator. But I happen to know of another one. And I happen to know exactly how you may retrieve it without frying yourself in the process. There's a power regulator in the old botanical lab. It's mostly abandoned, so all that power is being squandered. Go down to the geothermal plant. Reroute power from the botanical district over to us. Once their power's shut down, you can have their regulator and be along on your way. I was not entirely sure how to tell you this. The botanical labs are not legally inhabited, but there are people who live there. No, I do not imagine they will be pleased. But like a parent disciplining an unruly child, you will be doing them a kindness. The people living in the botanical labs, they're deserters, former workers. I need them back at their posts. I need them to come home. Edgewater is struggling. We haven't hit our production quota in years. If we don't meet our quotas this year, the company might shut us down for good. I need those workers back at their stations. Neither do I. The fault was entirely mine. I pushed them too hard. My hope is that by cutting off their power, you will convince those deserters to come back to town. Before you go to the plant, I want you to stop by the botanical lab. Speak to their leader, Adelaide. Tell her the power's about to go, and that it's time her band of deserters came back to town. Adelaide's older than the other deserters. She's dignified, kindly. From what I understand, her camp looks to her for leadership. That reason was me. I asked too much and pushed too hard. But I am ready to make amends if they are willing to return to the fold. We belong to one community, the Spacer's Choice family. If we dissolve into factions, then we will all perish separately. Adelaide will understand that. Of course, I understand completely. Here, let me give you the passcode to the geothermal plant. A sign of good faith, for so politely listening to me as I ramble on.
Are you setting off for the Vale? Because I know my way around. I mean, in case you want a guide. I mean, if that's all right with you, Mr. Thompson. Sir.
I hesitate to part ways with Miss Holcomb, but I cannot deny that she is talented, and may prove useful to you. Are you sure? I imagine Miss Holcomb will make a reliable companion. She knows her way around the Vale.
Oh, sure. I mean, you got your own business and all, so I'm sure you... Sorry. I'll just be in my garage, fixing stuff. Like I do.
You may find Miss Holcomb at her garage once she and I are done talking. I want you to know I appreciate what you're doing for us, even if you are a stranger. Best of luck to you. Let's start over. Walk me through the process.
Yes, what is it? You're an outsider. Fantastic. Vicar Maximilian de Soto, at your service. Or Vicar Max, if you're the sort who prefers brevity. I so rarely get new people to talk to. Name your poison, anything at all. Spiritual counseling? This season's tossball predictions? The quickest way out of town? Adelaide McDevitt's encampment. Hardly surprising. Certainly, I never... If you don't... I have my retreat. It's a... Thank you.
Wonder if the plague's ever gonna come.
Necesito aceptar 2 misiones, pero voy a apurarlo.
Yes, Mr. Thompson. Well, are you... I'm done. It's play. Couple of...
You're making a mistake working for Abernathy. Abernathy. How do I probably... Alright. Can't... That's all I...
Please, physical height.
Lo siento.
No, thank you. That's quite all right. I've seen enough body parts in my line of work. I'm Conrad. You will report to me if your hair fails to meet Spacer's Choice aesthetic standards. You will also report to me in the event of your death, whereupon I will clean and prepare your remains for interment. Ah, gravesite fees. Silas and I had talked about this at length. I thought I'd made it clear my pecuniary situation precludes the necessary restitutions. As broke as pie crust, friend. Bitless, indigent, destitute. I simply cannot afford it. I am a blemish on the prosperity of our fair settlement. When I expire, I expect Silas to toss my body into a ditch.
Se te da bien el drama, Conrad. Deberías presentarte a una audición.
Thank you, no. I despise the serials. Tell Silas I can't afford to pay. And that I fully expect to have my medical rights revoked for this dereliction. With my apologies.
Un momento, derechos médicos.
Some time ago, I fell ill with the plague. By the grace of the law, and through my own hard work, I'd proven worthy of treatment. Frankly, I don't imagine I'll earn that right a second time. The barber work hasn't been profitable, you see. I've had to keep this old place running with my own savings.
Puedes dar a Silas un pagaré.
Not a bad idea. But I'd need some kind of collateral. My pair of lucky clippers! No, that won't do. Your idea intrigues me, but I'm afraid I don't have anything to give Silas. I'm open to suggestions. Much obliged.
Recepcionista se ha pegado un tiro. Esto pinta muy mal. La empresa va a considerar lo que es destrucción de la propiedad de Ganga Espacial. Eugene era un activo y alguien tendrá que pagar el precio de su cuerpo. Va a ser nuestra ruina. Se me ha ocurrido que podemos empeñar sus dientes. Eugene tenía toda la dentadura de oro. Eran una reliquia familiar o algo así. Vas a procesar su cuerpo, ¿verdad? Solo tienes que quitárselos al cadáver. Los vendemos sin que nadie se entere. Pagamos el precio correspondiente. Y aquí paz y después gloria. ¿Qué me dices? No me respondas. Tampoco me hables. Basta con que me hagas una señal la próxima vez que me veas. Mueve las cejas y listo. Ok.
What can I do for you?
Medicina. Hablas como un médico hecho y derecho. Yo también controlo un poco del tema.
Oh? Am I in the company of a fellow doctor?
Depende de lo que entiendas por medicina.
I am a Spacer's Choice certified surgeon. And if you must know, I can stitch a severed thumb with a 58% chance of avoiding gangrene.
Sé lo de Eugene, porque no usas sus dientes como aval para tus tasas funerarias.
You know about Eugene? How?
Encontré una nota de Phyllis.
Then, you know Phyllis suggested selling off
Phyllis?
Eugene's gold teeth. I didn't approve of the idea then, and I don't approve of it now. Eugene's golden teeth were a family heirloom, representing 3 generations of poor dental hygiene. He took them to his grave.
Seguro que se pueden vender por unos cuantos bits.
More than a few. Those teeth were his personal savings. I can't ask Silas to dig up a man's body and pry a few teeth loose from his jaw just to pay my bills. Can I?
No te queda más remedio.
Yes, I suppose I must. Here you are. Gravesite papers affixed with my signature and an IOU.
Welcome to the space... Know how to carry yourself in a fight? I've got bounties out for these 3 marauders. Cross them off and bring me their fingers. Just 1 per marauder, please. I'll dust off the old fingerprint roller.
Ok. Ahora tenemos trabajo. Kit de cazador. Escáner geográfico. Puede agarrar cosas desde más lejos con eso. Esto podrá ser bueno. Ahora va a hacer más daño.
Wish we had some better rations.
Armadura. Eso se puede vender.
It's not the best choice. Music to my ear.
Okay. Creo que ya tenemos todo el dinero.
Keep your distance, friend. Sick house, no place for a traveler.
Grave digging. You run into any trouble? Reliable work from a freelancer. That's gonna take some getting used to. And I'll buy you a drink sometime. Oh, suppose you've earned it. One good turn deserves another.
Searching for repair bay. Error. Navigation systems failed. Unable to comply. Navigation systems operational. Optimal path toward repair bay detected. Initiating self-diagnostics.
No tuve que matar al mecanoide. Lo reparé y se fue. para repararse aún más. Que no se va.
Self-diagnostics initiated. Please do not disturb.
Se va a ir.
Bring us honors.
Ya no tienes que
You
preocuparte
beat that
más.
scout to scrap with its own legs? Pulled its optic cables out its head case? Actually, don't tell me. Rather use my imagination. You're a passing fair soldier, I will confess. But you are one, and the enemy is legion. What you need is an equalizer, a weapon to strike fear in their cold, mechanical hearts. Cantina, lavatory, behind one of the toilets. That's where I've kept it hidden all these years.
Este paquete estaba ahí escondido.
What? All by yourself? I could have sworn I hid that bundle safe from prying eyes. Give it here. Feast your eyes, soldier. This here is a genuine Spacer's Choice injury customizing unit, designed to deliver a lethal blast of electrical discharge. I call it the Hand of the Law. You ever want to see a mechanical flailing around like a grounded fish? You stick a couple thousand bolts in its guts. With compliments from old Ludwig. There's a workbench right through this door. Attach that you... Well, excuse me. What I meant was I'm going to get a contact. I didn't know I had to be all prissy about my grammar around you. If you die horribly, I will pour out a can of 0G to your memory.
Ok. A ver si ya podemos robar. Diviértete. ¿Qué es esto? Casco potente revisado. Nivel 4, A ver, déjame revisar una cosa. Ya son iguales. Creo que me gusta este. No estoy seguro. Eso se ve chingón también. No, eso es raro. Esto sí es más pro. Vamos a vender. Ok, vamos a hacer un poco de trabajo ya. Este güey ya se tiene que descansar. Para recuperar su energía. Y después le voy a poner a trabajar. Lo bueno es que ya tiene un buen arsenal. Una variedad buena de armas. Así que... Mira. Tengo... A ver. Este rifle... esto es bueno para matar a los robots, los mecanoides. La escopeta hace daño extra con la energía de plasma a los humanos, criaturas de carne. Esto dispara rápido y es bueno para disparar a muchos enemigos a la vez. Creo que lo voy a poner veneno o algo así. Y este no sé, es para disparar a personas en la cabeza desde lejos. Me escondo y hago más daño. El número de daños se multiplica por dispararles en un punto débil y por estar agachado así, escondido, no se da cuenta de mi los enemigos no se dan cuenta de mi personaje y les llega a matar fácil así. Se va a dormir por 8 horas y se despierta. Tiene sed y un poco de hambre. Ahora voy a guardar mi partida. Y mi cazador está listo para salir, explorar y ganar un poco de experiencia. Creo que por aquí hay una... Hay una valle. No veo ningún enemigo. Creo que a veces los enemigos son como... Oh, no. Aquí hay uno. Oops. Así se hace. Me gusta no tener que preocuparme por los compañeros. Ellos siempre se mueren muy rápido. ¿Qué? Ok. ¿De qué es el kit? Kit pico de oro. Talentos de diálogo. No. Señor. No, tampoco. Basura. Cosas que puedo vender. Ahora vamos a tratar de matar al grandote. está pasando? Eso fue medio raro. Bueno. Siéntate. Relaja. A ver qué tenemos aquí. Algo así está bien. Un bono de 25% de daño cuando no hay acompañantes. Eso es perfecto para él. Una fobia está bien. Le voy a dar, a ver. Nice. Velocidad terminal. 50% velocidad de recarga de dilatación táctica del tiempo. Y le puedo dar después un 25%, like, una cantidad así del medidor de dilatación táctica del tiempo. Ok. Se está mejorando, ese es el punto. ¿Qué es este lugar? ¿Dónde estoy? Oh. Quiero ir acá. Espera un momento, tengo que hacer chichi. Sí, ya estaba sufriendo ahí por un momento, pero ya estoy bien. Ok. Este güey no juega.
Move along, stranger. We don't want any trouble. I don't know you. Whatever you're looking for, it ain't here. Move along. Armed strangers wandering into my camp for one. Some of my camp wandering out for another. Got anything in you besides questions? No, I'm sorry. That was unworthy of me. Lady named Zoe went missing some nights ago. Just up and vanished without a trace. Now I'm pacing around wondering if marauders got to her. It's not like Zoe to go wandering. Figured she might be out scavenging, but that ain't exactly her talent. Can't imagine where she's gone. Vale's a wide place. She could be anywhere. Appreciate it. Honest. Over in the hothouse, tending crop. I'll tell you what I can. Well, enough to know we never got on. Zoe and Stefan were close. If anybody knows the workings of her mind, he does. What is it?
If you're hungry, Stefan's got supplies.
Oh, didn't see you there. I was just occupying myself with a little engineering. Sorry about that. Machines are cantankerous by nature, liable to take insult and blow a fuse at the slightest mishandling. Are you from town? I mean, you don't exactly look like you're from town. Never heard it phrased in such a way before. I guess we're all trying to get our ships off the ground, ain't we? Sorry, I just wasn't sure if you were from town or if you were one of us.
Okay.
Something's been chewing at me, you see. Fact is, I've been, well, lying. To everybody here. Camp thinks I'm a mechanical genius, but I couldn't fix a busted chair. I'll take all the help I can get. I set my mind to learning the craft of the engineer, you see. I want to make something of myself. You ever heard of the Young Spacer's Guide to Mechanical Engineering? Comes in a set of 3. If I had my hands on one of those data pads, I could teach myself the ins and outs. There's one in the old community center. No kidding! Really? Well, which one? Ain't that just ironical? If I'd worked a little longer back at the cannery, I might have found this myself. I appreciate you going through all that trouble. In fact, I put aside something... Sure.
If you're hungry, there's meat turning on the spit outside. If you're bearing illness, find a place to lay your head down and I'll fetch you a poultice. Whatever your troubles with Edgewater, leave them at the gates and be welcomed here. Any questions, dear? I have been called that, among other things. Green Thumb, grandmother, the strange old lady who keeps flowers. But yes, Adelaide will do just fine. Are you staying long? You should try some of my tobaccorn tea. I brew it in an old spittoon, but it's been cleaned. Reed Thompson? You here on behalf of that cold-eyed reptile? Let's hear it. What's Reed's idea of peace, then? Make amends. Spare me. Only thing Reed knows how to make is a mess. Like everything else that comes out of Edgewater, that peace offering is canned. I and my own are living just fine out here by ourselves. He would do such a thing. The question is, why would you agree to his plans? Cannery's got a regulator. You want chip parts, you ought to rip them out of the cannery's guts and leave us be. If you're going down to the plant, you should divert power away from Edgewater and toward our end of the grid. Think about it. You'd be liberating an entire town from a lifetime of service to that odious cannery. Seems the sort of thing a hero would do. You've seen that miserable excuse for a town with your own lamps. Hollowed out workers laboring their lives away at the cannery, living off whatever scrap Spacer's Choice throws them. It's not much of a living. Every single person in that town has sold themselves to Spacer's Choice. The company owns them. Body, blood, and bones. You've been there. You've seen it. All anyone ever does is toil over a cannery. They give their lives for some heartless corporation, and then they're tossed into a Spacer's Choice brand cemetery. Life in Edgewater grinds to a halt. The cannery shuts down, workers desert in droves, and our own little camp grows and thrives. You bring power to Reed's town and you'll be killing us. Reed knows it. He's counting on it.
You hungry? We got canid ribs, canid flank, canid snout too. Something I can help you with?
Tengo entendido que ha desaparecido una de tus amiguitas.
You mean Zoe? Yeah, we were pretty close.
Eso suena
Not like
raro.
her to go loping off.
¿Qué pasó el día que desapareció Zoe?
Zoe and I were gonna watch the serials, as is our custom. She never
Joder,
turned
bro.
up. I looked around, but she was nowhere to be found. You sound like some type of corporate fixer asking all these questions.
Háblame un poco sobre Zoe.
Zoe was always obsessed with this serial. Masked Marketeer. A scion of Byzantium turns to banditry and teaches his marauder companions the wisdom of free market economics. Shame she up and vanished when she did. I had a surprise lined up for her.
Estaba rara antes de
Can't say I
desaparecer.
recall Zoe ever acting strange. Well, except for her habit of writing things down on scraps of paper. She called it journaling, but I think it's just plain odd.
Okay.
Hey, I got...
Oh, wait.
I'll...
¿Qué decías de sorprender a
The other
Zoe?
day, I got my hands on a genuine copy of the latest Masked Marketeer. I was gonna surprise Zoe with it, but she was gone the next day.
Okay.
Hey! Fresh off the limb, and that includes Canaan.
Sidra, mazapán. Dice que se fue a vivir con los forajidos. ¿Sabes qué? Antes de irnos... Listo. Ahora vamos a buscar el libro, creo, o el medicamento, algo así. Estoy empezando a quedarme con ganas de jugar a Witcher. Saltuna. Sí, claro. Son las gratruchas. Eso es lo único que comen. Por eso todos están enfermos. Siguen matando. Creo que necesito cambiar de arma. Creo que mi escopeta está dañada. Por eso no está haciendo tanto daño. A ver. Sí. Mejor me escapo de ella.